It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies in theaters, streaming and classic films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hey there, Jim.
Hey, Bryce.
And Murray is not here today.
He is a sicky poo.
Well.
To myself when I think of you. No, that's not it.
That's totally not it. So with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
It was the loudest that music's ever played. I can almost not even hear you. I just cranked it.
Nobody wants to hear me talk. They want to hear the Film Rage intro music. That's all they want.
Without Murray being the governor.
Yeah. Now, I'm telling you, this is going to be the loudest episode ever.
All right.
If it's too loud, you're too old.
That's right. Like we are. Isn't that right, Jenny? Well, thanks to all been supporting us. If you love our independent podcast, please like, subscribe, share, and give us a 5-star rating on your listening platform. Or support us and join the Film Rage community by joining our membership at buymeacoffee.com/FilmRageYYC. If you cannot commit to a membership, you can still buy us a movie rental and dare us to see a terrible film. And if I play it anywhere in the world and it's not a children's movie, we will watch it. Now, let's get to raging. But first, here's a word from our sponsor.
Hey Bryce, what are you doing tonight?
I'm going to my favorite cinema, Canyon Meadows Cinema, to see the best second-run movies at the best price.
What? How inexpensive are they?
Regular price is $5, $5.
Regular price is $5. Makes me hope they also serve pizza.
They do, plus a lot of other great food choices. Plus, I'm planning my office Christmas party there. They can host a plethora of options for any get-together. Gaming, movie, drag show.
Drag show? Now I know where I'm planning my next party.
Hey, maybe you think there's a Liam Neeson or a superhero movie planned?
I hope not. But maybe there'll be a great independent documentary.
Sure. Call CMC at 403-670-5444 to book a special event or go online at canyonmeadowscinema.ca.
What amazing Murman predict? What amazing Murman predict? Will he predict a man or will he predict a mondo? What amazing Murman predict for this week's films we saw? What amazing Murman predict? What amazing Murman predict? Would he have known which films are going to make us rage?
So Merman's not here and we're still going to get some predictions?
Yes! The Merman texted me those predictions. Toot sweet.
Nice.
Even from his deathbed, where he has, I think, anal bleeding and mouth sores and some kind of vaginal yeast infection in his armpits or something. I don't know. He's really sick. So
interesting.
And then he still went and saw a movie with me. So I'm like, the other night. So I'm like, dude, were you trying to kill me or what? Like, with everything that's going wrong with him. So this is the Merman's predictions. Are you ready for this? Okay. So the two movies we watched this week are Night Swim.
Yes.
And American Fiction.
That is true. Those are the two movies we watched.
And Murray made it real simple for us.
Okay.
He went Night Swim, Rage,
Yep.
and American Fiction, Mondo. So he's on either end of the spectrum this week.
All right.
So who would have thought?
Those are some sound predictions.
Those are some sound predictions. Whether they're right, let's find out.
Yes. Oh, no.
There was no Matt. He didn't predict any Matt this week.
Oh, whatever.
We're either going to love it or hate it. This is a love it or hate it week. Mondo Ray! There
reach.
go. I'm kind of surprised that we didn't get a third movie we could watch this week. Because then maybe Murray would have guessed one of each.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Wouldn't it?
The trifecta.
Trifecta. We don't get very many trifectas, and we've had a lot of 3-movie weeks, so yeah. Well, see if we get the bisexual ratings this week, maybe.
The what?
Isn't it? Oh, it's BIPOC? Bi what? What is it? It's bi something.
Yes.
It's just bi.
So bi.
So bi. So we got to see American Fiction.
Yes.
In cinemas.
Yeah, directed by Cord Jefferson, starring Geoffrey Wright. Man, Geoffrey Wright's good. Basically, it's about a novelist. What? What's going on?
I know you want the music to be loud, but I can't hear anything you're saying.
That's all right. If it's too loud, you're too old.
I am too old. I want to hear your sweet, dulcet tones. Now that there's not the sound of diarrhea coming out of your ass, I can hear your voice now.
Yeah, we could go into that if you want to, but yeah, no, I've had a rough couple of weeks with my bum hole.
Yep, and not in a good way.
No, it's just the wrong
the wrong kind of bad for your bunghole.
Yeah, the wrong consistency, let's say, has been coming out of it.
Yeah,
it's been just water, but and not good.
No,
I made the mistake of taking some Imodium. Don't do that if you got food poisoning. It just delays the inevitable.
Yep. You know what? I'm kind of want to see a movie with that in it now, but you know. On that note, what did you think of American Fiction?
So stars Geoffrey Wright, directed by Cord Jefferson. Story of a novelist who's kind of fed up with what's been going on with how blacks are being portrayed in novels and whatnot, and decides to pull one over on the old establishment by writing a novel that is very
stereotyped,
black.
Yeah, stereotyped.
Very stereotyped, just ridiculously over the top as a total joke. And surprise, the editors loved it.
All the white people,
all the publishing houses were like all over it. They want to make a movie out of it. The exact opposite happens, of course, and that's what leads to all sorts of stuff. Real solid cast. Geoffrey Wright is just so good every time we see him. This time he's Thelonious Monk Ellison, and the guy I've never seen him in a role where I've said that's not the person that should be playing that, and this is once again he's just so solid in this. There's so many people that pop up in this movie that you're like, wow, that's like his agent John Ortiz pops up and is so good. Sterling K. Brown, every time we see him, it's just amazing, and he's amazing as well. He plays his brother in this, Clifford.
Keith David, he plays a very small bit.
He's just in it for a little bit. Adam Brody actually has a not that small a role, but I didn't even recognize him in the first scene for some reason. And then when I saw him for the second time, I was, oh, that's Adam Brody. And he is so funny in this.
Yep.
It's just a solid cast all the way around. I would be remiss if I didn't mention his I guess it was I don't know if their housekeeper who took care of his mother. I don't know what you want to call her. But her name is Myra Lucretia Taylor. She was Lorraine in this. Yeah. And she was so amazing. Like, I just love this lady.
I just wanted to hug her the whole time she was on the screen. It was like one of those characters that it's like she's the mom of that house for sure.
But this movie, as it rolls along, just made me laugh so hard at so many different times. It is just in your face. It's such a refreshing movie, and I absolutely adored it. This was Mondo for me.
What? Apparently, the Merman predicted you.
Yeah, well.
Well, let's find out what I thought of this. Fuck, this book is fantastic. Yes. I mean, movie was fantastic. I mean, it was written so clever. When I was watching it, the only could come to my mind was clever. Geoffrey Wright, as you said, was so amazing in this. I think, to your point about that, I think what's so good about him is I put him in the same camp as Tom Hardy, in the fact that when you see him in the movie, in whatever movie he's in, you can't imagine that he is a real person. He is the character that he's playing. He does that in every single role he's in, and just knocks it out of the park. He's just, and this is a side of him I've never seen, actually, because usually he has, I don't want to say he's characterized a little bit, but he has such a high intellect in most of the times when you see him in other movies. But I mean, he still has it in this. But he shows so much more diversity to his depth of his character in this, right? Like, he's a flawed character. And his intelligence cannot save him. I love how...
I think it's his intelligence that what kind of brings him down. Yeah,
because it is a little bit, for sure. I love how they have these little moments, though, of truth throughout the film that's tossed in to show the human side of each of the characters. The first one that made me laugh, like uncontrollably laugh, was Geoffrey Wright's character is asked to take a break from teaching because apparently he is offending white allies to black causes. Because of the N-word in particular. His one line he goes is, he's like, I'm over it, you should probably too. It's just like, okay, how do you respond to that? And there's a time so he's out to catch a cab and he's on the phone talking to somebody, and he's like explaining the fact that he's, asked to take a break, and he's like I don't even see race. And then a cab, like, he's hailing a cab as he's doing that. The cab drives right past him and picks up this white dude across the street. And I'm just laughing my ass off. I'm just
so well written.
I know, and there's so many moments like that throughout the movie that it's anger filling if you let it. Like, I imagine, I'm actually curious to get some feedback, some of our black listeners, because I'd love to know what they think of this movie, because for me it was like,
well, even when he's in the audience there and he's standing, and then the white woman like stands up right in front of him and blocks him out.
I know, blocks him out, and she's clapping like a crazy person, and he's just like, rolling his eyes. I know maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but his plight of trying to elevate black characters above stereotypes is what I've been saying for years. I'm like, stop making movies that stereotype people. And we even talked about it last week. It's like, or maybe it was last week or the week before, but talking about how now they're on this trip of let's put black characters as the bad guys. I'm like, what is this? Is this, just give them characters that, like, 2 of your movies in your top 10 last year were made by black filmmakers that were just people who were happen to be black doing amazing things. And this is a movie that I think really helps to do that. The director, writer, is it Cord Jefferson? Is that who
Jefferson,
it was? Yeah. How he was able to keep this together and have such a intelligent and clever story is just so brilliant. I found the story quite refreshing and humorous and poking fun at all us whiteys in such a funny way, but also about American society in general. And seeing Leslie Uggams, who we don't see enough of. Like, I think, she's just been coming in more things. It's like she was sort of forgotten for a couple of decades, and seeing her come back in movies like, what's Murray's dude? Ryan Reynolds movie.
Was she in Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, she was she was his blind roommate.
Oh yeah, in the Deadpool.
Yeah. So seeing her in movies like this.
How could I forget that she was in that?
I don't know.
I'm an idiot.
She's just brilliant in this too. Like, she has so much range as well. This film is plain and simple, a great piece of American fiction that also happens to be Mondo.
Yes.
I have a bit to unpack as well. What did you think of the music in this? The music was so different than any movie I think I've seen in the last 10 years. I don't even know how to describe it because it was very eclectic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the undertone of the soundtrack was kind of like, not Baroque, like kind of like an orchestral, but like jazz orchestral or something like that. I can't even describe it.
It blended in very well. It wasn't like it didn't ever take center stage for me. It was always But
there was scenes where the
there's
music was there,
transitions and where it was,
and you'd hear it, and I'd go like, wow, that was like I never would have pictured that as a transition song, but it worked.
Yeah, no, everything worked in this movie. They didn't make a misstep. Yeah.
The thing that also made me laugh the most was kind of the closing scene where he's like, who's going to play me in the movie? And he's like, oh, probably Tyler Perry. And then they both start laughing. And I'm like, are they both laughing for the same reason that you and I would laugh at that?
They are, I think.
I hope so, because that was made me laugh like uncontrollably as I left the theater. I couldn't stop.
Yes. Yeah, no, this was an excellent movie. If you got a chance to see American Fiction, it's 2 hours well spent.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish it was probably another 3 hours, but it is what it is.
I tell you, hanging out with those characters is awesome.
Yeah.
Loved him, loved the brother, loved the mother.
And some of them are not 100% likable. Like, he's not 100% likable.
They all have their flaws.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's so nice about this movie is that they all have their flaws, but at the heart, they're all good people.
Yeah, they are.
They all mean well.
It was like one of the lines that says to Wright's girlfriend the one time is that something about, getting to know this family.
Oh,
he said something along the lines of, is that, they'll break you or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, by the time he gets to the end, he's like, yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yes,
this family's going to destroy you.
At first you're like, he's just an ass.
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, I get it.
Apparently it's true.
Yes.
Well, so far.
Yet I love them all.
Yeah, me too. So Murray's batting 1,000 already.
Yeah.
Can you bat 1,000 with 2 hits? Is that a thing?
Yeah, 2 hits equals 1,000.
Okay.
Mondo.
There we go.
Nice. All right. Well, we went to go see a movie called Night Swim, and this is the one that I went with Murray while he was having his night sweats as he was sick and hopefully trying to pass on his sickness to me, but apparently it didn't work because I'm not sick.
That's good because I have no intention of getting sick again for a while.
Me neither.
Plus, I literally have no sick days left at work.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Okay, so Night Swim.
Yes.
Evil pool water from fresh, life-giving magic water that needs a sacrifice. Now you know the entire story. But first, you spend basically an hour of boringness followed by ludicrousness and predictability with one of the most annoying actors of our age, Wyatt Russell. Well, maybe not for whatever reason. He really annoyed me in this movie. Like, I maybe don't hate him as much, but in this movie, I really hated him. I didn't like him. I don't know if I didn't like his character or I just didn't like his acting or what it was, but he was not.
He was fine.
He was poopy. I found him very poopy.
Yeah, well.
The rest of the cast I felt was like, okay, I guess. But in this, what seemed like either rated G or maybe PG at the most horror film. It had one jump scare, a bunch of terrible makeup, and a story so thin you would think a pool cover is thicker than this annoying and completely boring film. In case you missed it, I've already said boring twice. Sorry, now 3 times. Imagine the stupidest idea of a horror movie, just like the trailer promises, and that's exactly what you get for almost an hour and 45 minutes. The trailer was probably a good prediction of what an hour and 38 minutes was going to be like. But it felt like 3 hours because it was so completely boring. This pool party, I got no Speedos, no topless piranha double Ds, and not 1 ounce of joy.
It was a super duper rage. I hated this movie. I kept looking at my watch going, when is this going to end? What'd you think of Night Swim? Not the song by REM.
Yeah, I was disappointed. I thought this was going to be a documentary about this night swimming, the song by REM, but it's Night Swim, which I didn't realize.
Oh, that's why it was the Ming that would have made it better.
The title came up and I'm like, wait a second. It's not Night Swimming. It's Night Swim. That's totally different.
Yeah. Do you remember the trailer of this, by the way?
Yeah, the trailer looked bad. Yeah. And the movie lived up to the trailer. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Wyatt Russell. I don't know what it is about the guy. I don't know. He's probably fine, and maybe someday I'll warm up to him, but I've never been.
He doesn't have any range. That's what I think it is. He doesn't have any range. He has this one-note character that, you've heard me say it. He's at best a root vegetable, but you could replace him with anybody. Like, there's nothing you would say. Like, in contrast to Geoffrey Wright, he's pulling this movie along with the most boring character and the most boring story.
Yeah. It's not a good movie. What I took out of it is that apparently I don't understand if you're gonna like get rid of a kid, why wouldn't you get rid of a kid that's like all sick and stuff? But I guess she wanted her son instead of her daughter. But I guess it was a movie about sacrifice.
I guess.
So she sacrificed her daughter so that her son could.
Well, no, I think what it was, because the same sort of thing.
Well, it was kind of like a wishing well type deal.
It was a wishing well, but she didn't know. I think it was a wishing well until she'd already made the wish to get her son better, and then. And basically, she got possessed.
She got possessed, and then she knew she was okay with it.
She was still kind of possessed. Yeah, but she was okay without her because she's probably still possessed by the water.
So you're possessed forever by the water? Was that why she? That's why she was like black bleeding. Stuff was coming out of her.
Yeah, of course, it's in her because she didn't cough it out like Wyatt Russell. Okay,
so Wyatt Russell coughed it out, and that's what makes him
not possessed,
and then that's why he decided to sacrifice himself. Oh, did I just do a spoiler?
Yeah, you know what? This movie's a spoiler. Like, you know what? Here's my take on spoilers, everybody. Yeah. We still have a lot of listeners that listen to us that say, I kind of watched the movie before I listen to you guys now because simple fact that we do sometimes put spoilers in, but we try not to put too many spoilers.
I would say that we put spoilers in movies that are crap, and we watched them so you don't have to.
Yeah, that's the way I feel. Like, I don't want to spoil Mondo's.
Yeah,
but
like I'm not going to sit there and spoil the ending of something that was awesome. But if something's garbage, I mean, I might as well tell you, what happened, so you don't have to watch it yourself.
Yeah, just don't see this movie. Like, watch the trailer and then be annoyed by it because it's stupid. And then don't see the movie. Just, if you really want to get annoyed again, just watch the trailer again. It's the same trailer too. Like, they didn't build a second trailer because they thought this one is really annoying. Someone's going to not want to see this movie.
What did happen that was positive is because it was about a wishing well, basically. I decided to listen to Wishing Well by Phantom Planet afterwards, which I really like that song.
What about Trent D'Arby's Wishing Well? Do you like that song too?
I don't like it as much.
I still like it. Trent D'Arby's
I'm not a big
good.
fan of Terrence Trent D'Arby.
I like him.
I'll take Phantom Planet's.
Totally. I'm not debating
Jason Schwartzman on drums. Come on.
No, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm agreeing with you, but I still like the Terrence Trent D'Arby. All right, I do. Let's put it this way: I like it way better than this movie.
Well, yeah. Anyways,
is there anything else you want to say about this?
Long story short. What was this called again?
Night Swim without the Ming.
Night Swim was a rage.
Oh, bada bing, bada boom.
And congratulations, Merman.
Rage! Yeah, here's the thing with these. Did you not find this was like rated G? Like, I feel like that you could have 5-year-olds watch this and there's nothing scary about. Like, we've complained about PG-13 or 14A or whatever. This was at most PG.
Yeah.
Like,
it actually, I'm gonna say that the concept was kind of cool with the whole wishing well aspect and how they could get made in swimming pool and blah blah blah. And It's not the worst concept ever.
Really?
No, it's. I've never seen anything quite like it.
I don't know. It felt like Amityville Horror meets
Nah.
Poltergeist or something. It was no.
It was an original concept. It was
Was
just.
it?
It was poorly executed.
It's a pool.
I know, but it wasn't just a pool.
Yeah, it was an evil pool.
Yeah. Anyways, it was bad.
Inanimate objects that are evil.
I don't know. I'm trying to.
Nobody really. I'm trying
Does
to put
anybody
a
even
die in this?
Well,
Things. Sort of, but.
And then, yeah.
Oh,
well, I don't know that they're dead though. I'm confused by that.
They might not be.
Because it seemed like he. At some point, they could have like pulled someone out, but didn't. I don't even know what was going on.
Yeah, it was pretty confusing.
Yeah. So are they like?
And then it was called Night Swim, but then the monster would sometimes come during the day.
And then would possess him in the game of whatever it's called, where you got the person on your
Marco
shoulders.
Polo. Oh no, the wrestling
I don't know
thing in the water, chicken water or something,
fight?
Water chicken. Yeah, something
Anyways,
like that.
So that was during the day.
Yeah, so it shouldn't have been called Night Swim. It should have been called
Evil Pool.
Evil stupid fucking pool.
Evil stupid bleepity blankin' pool.
Yeah, that's that's my new nickname for it.
Yes. Right.
Or what's you're in trouble with this pool. Like as in because people pee in the pool all the time. You know. Someone just peed too much in the pool and it became evil. That would have been a way better plot.
The pool is a 99% pee-pee.
That's right. It's 99%. Except for in this case, it was more like 99% poo-poo.
Yes.
Yeah, this is poop.
It was not good. All right.
It's unanimous.
All right, I don't even know where we're going from here. I guess we're going right into our rages. Is there no Murman Minute?
We can... oh, wait. Murman actually did give us a rating for this. Let's save it for the Murman Minute.
Oh, okay, well.
Because we want to hear the music.
Yeah, okay. So let's do a little Murman Minute then. Crank it up. I seem to be double tapping everything today. I just can't hit something once.
Because you wanted
to stutter start to everything we're doing.
You want to double tap that movie, I think, is why.
Maybe.
So 2 things for the Merman. Number 1, if Merman was here, we both predict that he would have wanted to talk about the Golden Globes.
Yes.
Which we're not going to because we don't give a flying fuck about the Golden Globes.
Yeah, you're not here, Merman, so suck it.
Suck it, baby. But instead of having Merman tell his rating when we were reviewing Night Swim, we're going to put it in the Merman Minute. Okay. And Murray actually didn't hate this as much as us.
Really?
He gave it a man.
Oh.
So, if you like rated G horror movies about evil pool, then you're in for a surprise. See how I did there again?
I did.
He gave it a man.
Well, that's his prerogative.
That's right. And hopefully we get the Merman back next week.
Merman.
Because I think there's a movie coming out this weekend
Is there?
that he probably wants to see.
Oh, that's exciting.
I know, right?
I really dig this music.
Yeah, man. I feel like Banshees of Inisherin or something going on right now.
Yeah.
Or we should get Enya in here and sing a few tunes.
Yeah.
For those of you who are missing your Merman, you can always send us something on social media to wish the Merman well wishes.
That would be nice.
Temperature rising. Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
Well, sweet, sweet rage, I love you so. I love to rage at crappy movies like Night Swim. Rated G horror movie. I don't even know what that is. I mean, we've raged about PG-13 and
adult 14A movies, but this is the first rated G horror movie I think I've ever seen.
By the way, this wasn't rated G.
It was totally rated G. I think the first 20 minutes of Bambi was scarier than this. The first 10 minutes of...
The official rating of this is PG-13, Jim. PG-13. Not just PG.
First off...
PG-13.
First off...
That's more...
No.
That's more PG than PG-13.
If this is PG-13...
PG-13 is more PG than regular PG.
I don't know. This... Poltergeist, which was rated PG, I think, originally, was scarier than this movie.
Yes.
And like I said, Up. The first 20 minutes of Up, I was scared. Because his wife died. There's another spoiler for you.
That's not a spoiler. It happens at the beginning.
That's right. Very beginning.
You blink and she's dead.
That's right.
Which is very sad because I was very invested in her by the time she went away. And I was like, what are you doing to me?
Did you?
I'm blubbering like an idiot.
So you okay?
Like
so you did. You did cry. Good.
I don't know.
I still cry when I watch that movie every time.
Yeah, whatever.
Sorry, I just wanted to not talk about Night Swim again because it's literally like a rated G film. Anybody that does see it, I'd love to know your take on it. Watch it with a 4-year-old and tell me if they got scared. I might even watch it with my grandson. I think he's like not even a 2 yet. And he's probably not going to be scared at all.
There you go. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm just throwing all my hate towards Night Swim. I don't like that horror movie, and I don't want them to make a Night Swim 2. So don't go watch it.
All right. Nothing's really made me rage other than Imodium this week.
That could be it.
Okay, my rage is Imodium. I mean, come on. I got some food poisoning. I'm peeing out my bum hole. So someone says, take some Imodium. It'll take care of it. No, it doesn't take care of it. I never take anything like this. I'm not big on pills. So it says to start with 2 pills. And I'm like, the hell I'm going to start with 2 pills? That ain't happening. So I break 1 in half and I swallow it. That's fine. The diarrhea goes away almost immediately. And I'm like, okay, I'm feeling pretty good. So then I'm like, well, maybe I should eat because I'm feeling pretty weak because I've just had diarrhea for like a day. And so I take the half a pill and I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. And then
shit goes wrong.
I get up at 4 a.m. and my stomach is in a knot. I've never felt such pain in my stomach. I'm like, oh my God, something serious is going on. And then whoosh, I am just every 15 minutes, for like almost 8 hours straight, I'm just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And I didn't take any, I just took that half a thing, which basically lasted like 14 hours. But then once it wore off, it was even worse because all I was doing was postponing the inevitable. So instead of me getting better in a day by just letting nature take its course, I take this stupid pill and it was horrible. So then I got to live through it all over again because now I've put more food in my body because it had me fooled into thinking I was better when I wasn't. My body was trying to expel something out of me.
Poison.
And Imodium just
kept it in there.
So
it's like a giant butt plug.
So then I end up taking like an additional sick day.
That you didn't get paid for.
I didn't even get paid for because I got no sick days left.
Aww, I feel sorry for you.
So yeah, screw you, Imodium. I'm never taking you again. That's crap.
You say that now, but if it's not food poisoning, you'll be super thankful for it.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, and I knew this was food poisoning, but I don't know anything about these diarrhea pills. I've never taken anything in my life for diarrhea.
That's true. You don't.
I just let her rip.
That's right.
But someone said, you should take some Imodium. You'd be better. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take some Imodium. So I went. So I go and spend like $20 on 12 pills or
Could
something
have asked me.
stupid.
I literally carry Imodium with me everywhere.
Well, I didn't know that. So,
I'm like a dealer. I got some in my pocket right now.
so I'm like, I take this. And as I say, if I would have taken 2 of them, what the hell would have happened? I'd be.
You would have exploded.
I would have. My gut would have been. I mean, I don't think my gut could have handled it.
Oh, no.
Taking a half of it, and I was. Because it said, you need to hydrate because it's. I was like drinking water like you wouldn't believe. Like I must have downed 6 liters of water, and I never peed. I'm like, where the hell is this water going?
Actually, you know what it would have been like? It would have been like the movie Night Swim, where that stuff came out her nose. That's exactly what it would have looked like.
There you go.
Which kind of just helps us to wrap up this whole session with, Night Swim affects us all.
Okay, let's do that.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
Whoa! I haven't heard this music forever.
I don't even know what it is. What is this music?
This is The Lists.
What?
Yeah, I haven't heard this for so long. It's crazy. It's
That is
crazy.
crazy.
It's the super duper crazy. So, if you go to our website, filmrageyyc.com, you will find a bunch of pages. One of them is called The Lists. And on it, we have 5 lists, which are Mesmerized, Repulsive, Doubted, Undoubted, and Once Mesmerizing, but No Longer, and who removed them. So, yeah. We saw a bunch of movies in the last little while. I've got a couple things I want to throw out there. So one in particular, because I believe it's now the 8th movie, and I know we probably talked about him sometime in the last 4 years. Movie. Yeah, so
I've said he should have been on deck for like ever. Like I can't get enough of this guy.
Yeah,
everything he puts out is genius. Now, having said that, I don't think either of us have seen his first 2 movies. But
so
I guess
who is that we're talking about?
We should tell people who we're talking about. That would be Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yes. And so just so people know, his filmography as a director, his last movie was Poor Things.
Which was
Mondo from both of us. Prior to that, it was The Favorite, which was Mondo. Killing of a Sacred Deer, which is Mondo. Super Mondo. The Lobster, also Super Mondo. Alps.
Mondo.
Which is, yeah, that one doesn't count. Venice 70, Future Reloaded. It's on there, but it's not real.
No.
Dogtooth, which is also Super Mondo.
Super duper
That's
Mondo.
actually the first movie I've seen of his at the film festival, and it's so brilliant.
Yeah.
And then the 2 that I don't think we've seen is Canetta.
Yeah, Canetta.
And My Best Friend.
So there's some pressure there because one of them has to be Mondo.
That's right.
And neither of them can obviously be a Rage. But
that's right.
We need 1 out of 2 to be Mondo. And maybe, these were his first 2 movies. Maybe, every now and then. Yeah,
it's possible. But, at least he's got 6 going.
Record.
He's got 6 going for him.
He's inevitably, he will be Undoubted. But I think we need to watch a couple of movies, I guess.
And he's, you know what? He has 3 things in production right now.
What?
Yeah. So, he hasn't put a movie out in a while. Mm-hmm. And he's got the Hawk Line Monster, The Man in the Rockefeller Suit, and Kinds of Kindness. So
interesting.
Even if he doesn't make it from the first 2, then
I can't imagine us keeping him off this list for too long. But I'm interested to see.
Yeah. So we are going to watch. It won't be this week, but maybe one of them. Who knows? We'll see.
We'll give you updates. But he's definitely on deck, and I'll be shocked if one of those isn't Mondo.
Yeah, I would be too. They don't have high ratings on IMDb, but that's not that doesn't mean anything to us. Normally. Okay, so
they also don't have low ratings on IMDb, do they?
Yeah, they have low ratings on IMDb.
They're over 5, aren't they?
No, they start at 1 or 0. Actually, there's.
No, his first 2 movies.
Oh no, it was.
They were both over 5.
No, there was one I think that was 3.
No,
hold on.
You are not right.
Okay, I'm probably wrong. You know what? Oh, you want me to know now?
Yeah, well,
All right, so nice. Canetta was 4.7.
Okay, well that's 5.
And 5.2 for My Best Friend, but his short I know it's not a feature.
No, what the hell is?
But
What are we
his
talking
short
about?
got a 3.7.
I don't care about his short.
Okay, well maybe you do because maybe it's bad, and it's a good thing it wasn't a feature. So, okay, we're going to be seeing 2 of his movies, and we'll let you all know whether or not he is now officially undoubted, hopefully as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's the second one at least is meh, because then he makes one more Mondo and he's on.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll both be Mondo. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know
I
nothing.
don't even know if we can find these.
Quit trying to
predict. We'll do our best.
We'll try hard.
Okay, what else you got?
So the other thing I got, which after seeing Poor Things and in my thought process of her, because she's actually still undoubted, and that's Emma.
Yeah, it's every time you say that Emma Stone's undoubted, I'm like, really?
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
She still
then
is.
you look at her movie and you're like, okay, yeah.
She's undoubted. Yeah. A, she's undoubted, and B, I'm putting her up for Mesmerizing.
Wow. Mesmerizing.
Yes. So she may be one of our only double duty disco cuties.
Mesmerizing. Well, she definitely was mesmerizing as Bella Baxter.
Yep.
I'm just trying to think.
She was pretty mesmerizing in Cruella.
Yeah, she was.
Yep. In Zombieland, I think she took everybody out.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yep. The Favorite? Do you think Olivia Colman was better? We might have to rewatch it. Wouldn't that be terrible?
I think I might have to watch that before making that judgment. I don't think she was more mesmerizing than Olivia Colman.
Well, if she does, you know what? If we put her on today, maybe that's what we have to watch for next week. Because it's Olivia Colman versus...
Put her on and then do a Mesmerized Off immediately?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, okay. Well, I wouldn't mind watching The Favorite again.
Yeah, neither would I.
Okay, done. She's
Done.
mesmerizing.
She's mesmerizing at least for 1 week.
Why don't we watch The Favorite? How about Mesmerized Off? Olivia Colman versus Emma Stone. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea.
All right, let's do it. Okay, she is
officially
mesmerizing.
Undoubted until further notice.
All right.
All right. I love it.
No, mesmerizing.
Yeah, she's undoubted too.
Yeah. Well, she's still... Yeah, she's got no chance of being off the undoubted list at this point.
I know.
You're confusing me.
It's the worst.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
You know what? We're talking about Emma Stone. Soon to be hope. Well, I don't know. I don't want to hope it because I do love Olivia Colman too. So. All right, that's all I got this week. You got anything? I know you wanted to get a repulsive off, but I don't think you were successful.
No, I was trying my best.
Yeah.
I was hoping that somebody starred in a movie with Hayden Christensen, but
apparently nobody else that's repulsive.
Jordana Brewster did, and I don't know why she's not on the list, but
yeah.
But apparently, probably Murray.
Probably.
I'm sure I brought her forward. But yeah, Murray.
Oh, who else did we see?
Murray tends to kibosh a lot of my repulsive.
Yeah, well, because
Murray doesn't find anybody repulsive.
Yeah, I know. Well, he does. There's a few people in particular. One is your favorite actor.
Yeah,
so.
Which makes no sense.
Well, I'm more on Team Murray on that one than on Team Bryce.
No, you're not. But whatever. You can say what you want to say, but it's not true.
It's so true.
All
right. Well, moving on.
Moving on, baby. Moving on from town to town.
Ho, ho, ho! Or as I like to call them, Bryce, Murray, and Jim. Because apparently we're in the Christmas season now. And these certainly aren't the three wise men. Last time, the boys, or if you're feeling festive, hoes, pulled the fabulously evil remake of Death Wish from 2018. My own personal thoughts on this film can be summed up in one word. Why? This week, it's all about our big hoe, that Christmas-ruining Grinch, Bryce, and it's his turn to Casey or Dare. Now let's check in on the Christmas hoedown and see if our naughty little elves enjoyed this Bruce Willis pre-Christmas Christmas present, which, unlike Die Hard, is not a Christmas movie. Come on, Bryce. Ho. Ho. Ho.
Now, in fairness to our listeners,
Yes.
we have been putting off bringing our rage back. And it feels like Christmas here in Calgary because it's minus 30 and we're covered in snow. So, and the three of us are hosts, let's face it. Film hosts.
Sure.
We'll watch anything for $1.
I'm not above that comment.
Exactly. All right, so what did you think of Mission Impossible? Oh, sorry, no. Mission Kandahar. No, what was this one?
This was
Death Wish?
This was Death Wish.
5?
which- yeah, he definitely. Hey, what's going on here?
It's me.
Where'd that audio come from?
I don't know.
That was me. So, I'm actually watching the trailer of the first Death Wish for some reason. I don't know. Well, I'm trying to figure out why they even called this Death Wish, because now that I'm watching the trailer of the first one,
Was he a doctor in the first one?
this actually makes...
No sense.
Well, no, he wasn't a doctor in the first one. He was an architect. And, I mean, I guess it's got a similar setup, but, like, why did they make him a surgeon this time? What was that about? I don't know.
I've got something to say about that.
Anyways, yeah, this was unnecessary. It's another remake where I don't understand why they did it. I don't have any fond memories of like the original Death Wish or anything. I barely remember it. I remember not hating it. But this one just, it has some moments. I will say kudos to Eli Roth for at least giving us a couple of good kill scenes and a little bit of gore that was kind of enjoyable. But at the end of the day, Bruce Willis is just sleepwalks through this thing. And it is just not good. And there is one scene where it's like, why would you even write a scene like this? It's just lazy. They have this little scuffle, and Bruce Willis is about to get killed by this guy, and magically a bowling ball rolls off of a shelf and bonks the guy on the head. What is this, a Looney Tunes cartoon?
It was.
Like,
that's what I felt.
What the hell is going on? And it doesn't fit the movie at all. Like, I am just baffled at the laziness of this film.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a rage. Everything about it was not great. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but that doesn't make it any good.
That's right.
And as I say, I just watched the trailer of Death Wish, and it kind of brought it back a little bit. And Death Wish had something. This one just didn't.
It had Daddy Bronson in it.
Yeah, and as I say, I was just Bruce Willis. It's like he did not care. He just didn't care.
Oh, I've got something to say about that too.
So, anyways, this was a rage. Kudos to Casey for bringing the rage one more time. I hated this movie.
He does,
but not as much as I thought I would. But that doesn't make it even a meh. It still makes it a rage.
It's still awful.
It's still awful. But I forgot that Eli Roth directed this. I was like, what? Why?
Well, that's exactly what Casey said. He said, why?
Yeah, why on so many levels? Why Eli Roth? Why remake this? Why
Bruce Willis
is in it? You know, it's like, it's one of those weird, like Eli Roth, I don't think he's ever like just, that's the first thing he's ever just remade, isn't it? I don't think he's.
I don't know. I'm not a huge Eli Roth fan.
It was kind of a weird, I don't hate him.
Well, I don't hate him. I'm just not a huge fan.
Yeah, but this was just not good. It was weird. It's like these directors every now and then just make a movie with Bruce Willis just for the experience. I know Kevin Smith wrote all his own movies until he decided to make Cop Out with Bruce Willis. What is it about Bruce Willis that makes you want to make a crap movie?
Maybe Bruce Willis is the nicest person you'll ever meet.
I hear he's a dick on set.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. That's what I hear. Well, he's not really a dick per se, but he doesn't really show up on time, and he's like, whatever, we'll get to it when we get to it. And, the director's trying to like do stuff.
Move things along.
And, I guess early on, Kevin Smith had to be kind of explained that, Bruce does things at Bruce's pace and we just go with it. It's like, no, you're making a movie, man. You got to have things lined
people
up.
see Die Hard and think,
if you're shooting if you're shooting a film outside and it's during the day and, by the time you get to shoot it, it's night, that's a problem. Because Bruce wasn't ready. Bruce wanted to play poker or eat some corn chips and masturbate or whatever he was doing. And it's like,
Moonlight.
Come on, man.
Or Moonlight.
He was in the Moonlighting, wasn't he? With Sybil Shepherd.
That's why I said that.
Oh, that was a terrible TV show. Just terrible.
That's right. Now, would you want to hear what I thought of?
I don't know. I just felt like I might have been rambling on a little bit there.
Yeah, well, you got sucked into the Bruce Willis cavern.
Yeah.
So it's funny how you mentioned the first thing. Well, one of the first things you mentioned about him being a surgeon. So my first comment is a surgeon. Bruce Willis is a surgeon.
Yeah.
Which is somehow important. And I'm thinking maybe because that makes him rich enough to steal from, I guess. Because you got to have an actual character that has money for people to want to steal from them, I guess. And for the first 40 minutes of this film, Bruce Willis, even after his family is killed, shows as much range and emotion as a soap dish. And then it continues through the entire movie.
Yeah.
The scene where the bad guys break into his house to rob Willis's family and ultimately kill his wife and wound his daughter.
Yeah, they foreshadow something in there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't ever pay off.
No.
And it's just weird.
And I thought that scene was done okay.
Yeah.
That was the only scene I thought was okay.
Was it?
But otherwise, this movie is dull. And along the way of the dullness, there was some kind of subplot message I wasn't even sure about, like maybe being rich is bad, or maybe that Bruce Willis started picking terrible films right at this point in his career.
Oh, before this.
But then I looked earlier, and no, he started a long time before this.
I didn't have to look.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to make sure. Maybe that was the point. I kept looking at the clock to see how much longer this was going to be before it ended, or something happened. The whole time I'm watching this movie,
a bowling ball fell off a shelf.
Well, that is something. The whole time I'm watching this, though, I'm not sure about what is actually happening or what Willis's thoughts or processes were through this entire film. But as his daughter is in a coma, he's wandering the streets for God knows what reason, when his supposed love of his life, his daughter, is in a coma, and everybody else who knows her spends time reading to her because, it's somewhat important to help her heal. But no, he's roaming the streets and shopping for guys with random people to also watch his daughter, which made absolutely no sense. As a parent, if I was not working because I'm traumatized, which you didn't get that opinion from Bruce Willis's acting.
No.
And you're watching this and you're going like, okay, what should you be doing? Probably sitting with your daughter and reading to her, or being by her side to make sure that you're there when she wakes up from her coma. But no. He was just out wandering the streets for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
This film goes from boring to murder hungry with no real development for Willis's character. He was boring. The movie was boring. The story made no sense and was also boring. And at what point was he going to spend any time with his daughter in the coma? Did I mention his daughter was in a coma?
You did.
Yeah. That pissed me off the whole time.
All right.
Because it's supposed to be valuable for her healing process. But it was a good thing he'd rather roam the streets, and with a month or so can take out gangs and bad guys with surgical accuracy.
Yes.
So that's the reason why he was a surgeon.
He watched some YouTube videos too.
Yeah, that's right. He watched some YouTube videos, and he was a surgeon because he could, with precision, like a surgeon, make this movie so awful that it was a rage.
Oh, well, there you
That's
go.
why his surgeons are precise, and he was precisely making me rage. So, that's the reason he was a surgeon.
So when they had the whole scene where they broke in and they killed the mom and whatever, And she takes off the mask, and they make this big deal about her seeing his face.
Yeah.
Like a huge deal out of it.
Yeah. And then when she sees him in the
she's
elevator,
in a coma, and apparently, like, with no police protection, with nobody around her except for her friend comes and reads to her every now and then, I guess.
Yeah.
But her father's never there.
No.
So she's just laying there. This is the person that can identify you. You're obviously a killer.
Yeah.
Why aren't you going and killing her?
He even goes to the hospital.
Doesn't even bother. Like, this makes no sense. Why did you? That's another bit of foreshadowing that just doesn't pay off in any way. Like, it made no. I'm waiting the whole movie for them to go after the daughter because the daughter can ID them all.
I was waiting for Michael Myers in the hospital. I thought Evil died tonight. That's what I thought.
Nothing made sense. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know why that particular thing bugged me more than anything. But the whole time I'm thinking, okay, she's going to come out of the coma at some point, so she can identify you. Go take care of her.
You know what it is? Eli Roth and his red herrings. You know how he likes to throw red herrings in there?
Is that what it is?
I bet this one was just terrible, like this movie.
Yeah, it was awful. I did not like it. Actually, more I think about it, it wasn't even as good as I've made it sound.
Because it's terrible.
It's terrible.
All right, now you get to choose either to Dare or Casey. What are you choosing? Choose.
I'll choose.
La la la.
I'm a glutton for punishment. Give me Casey.
All right, here you go. There's some goodies in there.
I haven't watched enough really bad movies.
Yeah, we
lately.
watched a bunch of good movies over the holiday season.
I mean, there's a couple that were.
We did see
god-awful.
Night Swim. Remember
We
that?
saw Night Swim. We saw Aquaman,
Yeah, we saw. Oh my God, we saw Aquaman.
which bumped somebody out of my top 5 worst of my top 5 rages.
All right, what did we get?
Another frickin' ghost movie. For crying out loud. Fortunately, it's not Ghost though, so that's good. Although Whoopi
Goldberg's good in it.
Goldberg's actually almost worth watching that for.
Yeah, exactly.
I can watch Whoopi in most things.
Yeah, but what ghost movie are we
until
watching?
she started making ridiculous comedies again. She started with ridiculous comedies, and then she ended with ridiculous. But in the middle, we had
did
The Color Purple. And,
yeah, she did Ghost.
Yeah. Anyways, I am going to be watching. I seem to be rambling a lot today.
You are. You just fucking get to the point. What do you see?
Well, sir, I am seeing a ghost movie from 1999.
Yes.
And that movie's name is...
Ghost Story.
No, not
Ghost
Story.
Hunters.
No.
Is it got the word ghost in it?
No, it does not. But it is a very basic name for something that's a ghost story.
All right. What is it?
It is The
Yes.
Haunting.
Oh.
From
not the original. Oh, 1999. Oh, yeah, that's really bad. I feel sorry for you.
1999. I don't even remember this. Who's in? What is The Haunting? What's going on here? I don't even know.
It's really bad. You're gonna enjoy it.
The Haunting. Oh, Liam Neeson and Catherine Zeta-Jones are in it. Anytime I see the name Catherine Zeta-Jones, that almost tells the story all by its lonesome. Oh, and Jan de Bont directed it. All
nice.
Right. Excellent. Okay, well, Owen Wilson's in it. He's adorable.
Yeah, it's going to be a winner.
And Lily Taylor's in it. And Bruce Dern is in it. Oh my God, I so want to watch this.
All right.
Okay, no, seriously. If you get over Liam Neeson, he wasn't making stupid garbage movies by this time. If you can get past Catherine Zeta-Jones, you got Owen Wilson, you got Lily Taylor, who I adore.
Do you remember Owen Wilson was in Haunted Mansion?
You got Bruce Dern.
Yep.
You got Virginia Madsen. I mean, come on.
Sounds like a recipe for fantastic.
It does sound like a recipe for
fantastic.
fantastic.
I'm going to say good luck. And
I am looking forward to this. I don't remember it. I know I've seen it.
I know I remember it.
I don't remember it at all.
Well, good. You're in for a treat.
I think I might be. Why are you giving me the wrap it up sign?
You're just like one big ramble whore tonight. You're not only just a hoe, you're a fucking ramble hoe.
Whatever.
Ramble on.
I just got stuff to say.
Ramble, my dog.
Don't try and silence me, Jim.
Oh, thanks, Rangers, for this. Thanks to Extended Film Rage family, who you can find in our show notes. Thanks to Casey, the nerdy photographer, for the voice of Rage on there. And we're so glad to have Casey back. Find us on social media everywhere at Film Rage YYC. Check out everything Film Rage at filmrageyyc.com, including our merch site for Redbubble and TeePublic. We're always wanting to make this a raging blast for all listeners, so please comment, like, and subscribe, or send us emails to filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare us to see terrible movies to fuel our rage, but no matter what you do, please, 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 pretty please, 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 make us a rage. And that's it for this week. A rage on.
Rage on.